So we want to solve this inequality and we don't know whether x minus 1 is positive or negative. That's why we cannot just multiply with x minus 1 or x minus 2 on both sides. Okay, so we can write the given inequality like this. Since this is positive, so if you bring it here, it will become minus x minus 2 divided by x minus 1, and the sign of the inequality stays the same. Okay, so the next thing is cross multiply. So we have on the denominator we have x minus 2 and here we have x minus 1, and on the top we had here x minus 1. Then we will have x minus 1 to the power 2 because x minus 1 is here, and if we multiply it with itself then we get its second power. Secondly, we will get here x minus 2 to the second power, and the sign of the inequality will stay same. And we know now the formula a minus b to the whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. If we use this formula, then here we will get x square plus the second term is 1 square is just 1 minus 2 times first term and the second term, product of first and second, which is just 2x, minus similarly first term square plus square of the second term 4x, whole divided by, we have not done anything in the denominator, so we can just write it as denominator as it is, and the sign of the inequality is same. Now we have to FOIL this thing, the negative sign, with all these terms. We can just write this guy as it is, x square plus 1 minus 2x minus x square, then minus 4, and now you have to switch the signs, so negative will become positive 4x and the denominator will stay same. So we can now cross out these things. So we have 4x minus 2x, so this is equal to 2x, and then minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3 divided by x minus 2 and x minus 1 less than or equal to 0. So I can take out 2 common, so I can just write as x minus 3 over 2 divided by x minus 2 and x minus 1. Since 2 is a positive number, so you can divide by 2 on both sides to get rid of this 2, and we will get x less than or equal to any number multiplied by 0 is just 0. So the given inequality is equal to this one. Now we will solve this inequality. Okay, so let me rewrite this inequality again, the one we just got. So this was x minus 1.5 divided by x minus 2, x minus 1 less than or equal to 0. Now we need to find the zeros of numerator and denominator. On the numerator we have x minus 1, so we have to set the, x minus 1.5, set that equal to 0, and on the denominator we have two terms, the product of two terms, x minus 1, x minus 2, set the product equal to 0. Just after some algebra, on the first term here we can get the value of x, that is x is equal to 1.5. We have product of two terms, and the product of two things is equal to 0. It means that one of them is at least equal to 0. So you will get x equal to 2 from first equation, and if we add 1 on both sides, then we will get x equal to 1 from the second equation. So these are the zeros. In other words, these are the boundary values, so we need to plot them. So how can we plot the boundary values? So we have a number line from negative infinity to infinity. For the values on the denominator, you need to plot them with dotted values, dotted line. So we had 1 and 2 and 1.5. The smallest value among these three is 1. So I will use a dotted line here. X is equal to 1. Oh, sorry, dotted line. I mean the dotted line. So this is a dotted line. And then we have x equal to 1.5. So for numerator values, we need to have bold line. (1.5). Then here we have to write with a dotted line. We have to label this value with a dotted line. So with a dotted line, x is equal to 2. These are the boundary values. So we got 4 regions, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we can pick any value. So these values are called test values. So we can pick any test value from negative infinity to 1. And so I think 0 is most easy to work. That's why I'm picking 0 here. And any value from 1 to 1.5. So I would like to pick 1.4. Again, it's up to you. Any value between 1 and 1.5 will work. Any value between 1.5 and 2. So 1.6 could work. And any value from 2 to infinity. So we can pick 3. So now we have to check these test values. So the first test value is x is equal to 0. And I need to plug in into the final equation. Okay, so we don't need to simplify. Okay, x is equal to plug in x equal to the test value 0 minus 1.5 divided by 0 minus 2 and 0 minus 1. Okay, we don't need calculator, we don't need precise answers. The only thing we need are the signs. 0 minus 1.5 is negative 1.5. The only thing we need is the sign, which is negative on the top, and on the bottom 0 minus 2 is negative 2, so the negative sign here, and 0 minus 1 is negative again, so the negative sign here. The pairs will cancel, so this negative will cancel with this one, so we got one extra negative, so we have a negative sign here. So just write it negative on this region. The second one is x equal to 1.4. X is 1.4 minus 1.5 divided by x is 1.4 minus 2. X is 1.4 minus 1. 1.4 is less than 1.5, so they are negative again on the top. 1.4 minus 2 is negative, and 1.4 minus 1 is positive. So now we have two negatives, they will cross each other and we will get a positive answer. So the second region right here is the positive. Okay, next test value is 1.6. X equal to 1.6. Okay, plug in x equal to 1.6. 1.6 minus 1.5 divided by 1.6 minus 2. 1.6 minus 1. 1.6 minus 1.5. 1.6 is bigger than 1.5. We have a positive sign. 1.6 is less than 2, so we have a negative sign. 1.6 is greater than 1, so we have a positive sign. We have one negative, so we will have a negative answer here. The only thing we need is the sign. We don't need the exact value. Last test value is 3. X equal to 3. So let's plug in x equal to 3 here. 3 minus 1.5 divided by 3 minus 2 and 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1.5 is positive, divided by 3 minus 2 is positive, times 3 minus 2 is positive. So we don't have any negative value. Positive times positives are always positive, so you will get a positive answer here. So in this final region we have positive answer. Okay, now if you look at this final inequality, then this says less than or equal to 0. Less than or equal to 0 means negative. So regions where our test value gave us negative are our answers, and these are not our answers, is our answer.